Yeah. Let's move on though. Let's talk about another guy that tested absolutely freakishly for his position, Isaac Guerendo. I love Isaac Guerendo. I love him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not everyone loves Isaac Guerendo because they're like, oh, how come he couldn't carve out carries with Braylon Allen and Jawar Jordan? He should have. He definitely should have. Like when he got his opportunities, he was so explosive, so explosive, and that shows on his 4.33 40-yard dash, his 1.51 10-yard split, his shuttle, his three cone, and like on film, like I've heard analysts say like, oh, on film he doesn't move laterally quick enough. Okay, but when his acceleration, like when he hits that top, there's no catching this guy. He's just gone. And he moves that way for, I mean, 6 foot, 220 pounds. You have no questions about whether or not he's going to be durable. You have no questions. Well, actually, I think he did get hurt at Wisconsin. Am I correct in that? I'm not sure. Doesn't matter
Yeah,
to
I don't
me.
know.
He is a absolute freak of nature. When he hits that hole, like if he gets by the second level, it's over. You know, it's over. I really like him a lot. Um, I believe that you like him a lot as well. Give me your thoughts.
Yeah. Oh, like again, like we said, like you just can't teach this amount of explosiveness. And yeah, like people knock him for not carving out a role against Braylon Allen. And Braylon Allen, by the way, is going probably in the second round in this draft pick and was one of the best running backs in the Big Ten, stepping on campus at 17 years old. And also Jawar Jordan, another very highly productive running back for Louisville. And you saw later in the year, like they just couldn't keep Guerendo off the field. Like it was just like we have to give him touches because he averaged over 6 yards per carry in his career and over 6 yards per carry this year at Louisville. Yeah, to me, we did the combine reaction, or you did the combine reaction on Grendo, and now we're doing this video. He's a guy like you talk about my guys and or our guys that you think you're just willing to bet on more than most people. Grendo's the type of guy, and also like you're seeing like like A Chain, Devon A Chain, right? Like he came in and no one's like everyone's like, well, I don't know if it's gonna translate. It's a little bit small, blah blah blah. But that explosiveness, like you saw that in an offense where they really took advantage of that, and he was unbelievable. Him and Raheem Mostert. I mean, my comp for him is kind of like Raheem Mostert, right? I guess a guy
I
that
like that.
maybe didn't have the production you wanted, but in certain schemes, the wide zone schemes, you get him on these wide zones, these slants, and you just let him go. You turn the corner and just see ya. And he's also got the size too at 220. At 220, running a 4.33. Yeah, to me, I do think he will get better between the tackles, and he'll get better vision wise, maybe. And but to me, I just think at a worst, I mean he has to go to the right team, right? Like if you're the Ravens or if you're the Bengals or like maybe you don't want a guy like him where you're running between the tackles, the power zone or power gap um scheme. But if you're like the Dolphins, the 49ers, like you've seen them just take these guys and just plug and chug and they just plug and chug and they just go nuclear. And then you're like, where did these guys come from? Like this guy didn't do that in college, but Grando, you saw it on tape, like at times, like he did. And yeah, he's one of those guys I just think is going to outperform. Like some people are just better in pro than they are in college, and part of that is because of the scheme they're in, and they just develop too. And I think Rena's going to be the guy, like you said, that's just going to be better in the pros than he was in college.
Isaiah Pacheco split carries at Rutgers. Just letting you
Yeah.
guys know. Kenyon Drake was what, third string running back in Alabama when he got drafted?
Yep.
I mean, there are guys all the time that get buried on these depth charts for whether it's a good for good reason or for bad reason, right? Like sometimes they just pop in the NFL. That also means that he does not have a lot of tread on his tires. Not nearly as much as some of these other guys. Like Braylon Allen's got tread. Even though I know he's like, what is he? Is he even 21 years old? He's probably like 20 years old, 19 years old.
Yeah, yeah, I think he's 20 right now.
Yeah. But he's got a lot of tread on the tires, you know? Jonathan Brooks, injury concerns, you know? Just saying.
Less than 200, little over 200 rushing attempts in his career.
That's that's fresh. That's fresh right there to me. I love Isaac Guerendo. I think he's a stud. I think any team's gonna be happy to get him.